Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're going to be talking about Dream, the popular Minecraft YouTuber and streamer. This is all revolving a drama that actually is months old at this point. This was, I think, 7 months ago or so now when all of this really started to unfold, but it has actually rekindled, and a situation has started to unfold again. There's a pretty big debate going on around this entire situation now, and honestly, it's just a complete civil war where people who, were against Dream to begin with or have turned against Dream because of everything that's happening now, or people who really don't care, or it seems like kind of pitted against Dream stans, the Minecraft Twitter community, and maybe even the Minecraft community at large. I'm not totally sure how far this really goes, but it's definitely unfolded a pretty massive situation over on Twitter. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, a few months ago, Dream came out because one of his speedruns that he did was deemed invalid and was kind of rejected because of how suspect it was. It turns out that in speedrunning and things like that, you're not supposed to have mods or plugins, certain ones, I should say, kind of like, I guess, installed on your client or on the server or whatnot, because in speedrunning, that's a community that's very dedicated to the craft, right? Like, I know that sounds kind of cringy to say or whatever, but this is a community that across all video games, really, they spend a lot of time, like, kind of perfecting what they do, right? Like, they spend a lot of time, playing the game, trying to find out different things to help improve their times. So there's a lot of integrity that's kind of built up with this community, and in this specific situation, I believe the odds of Dream successfully completing the speed run that he had submitted without cheating was somewhere around, the odds were like 1 in 7.5 trillion. So it was virtually impossible for this run to have been completed without any sort of cheats or anything installed, which created a lot of issues with the validity. People obviously rejected it, saying he cheated. Dream cheated was a big thing for a long time. But it was something that kind of actually had simmered down a little bit. People didn't really care about it as much. You didn't hear people talking about it, and it was something that seemed like it was by the wayside now. Everyone was kind of moving on and forgetting that it even happened. But that was all until Dream actually came out with a paste bin link in which he openly admitted that it seemed that he was wrong. Now, if you don't realize here, Dream had been vehemently defending himself against the accusations of cheating, saying that he did it legitimately. He attempted to defend the odds by even literally hiring a Harvard mathematician to come in and defend him. Like, he went through all of these different loops to try and defend his name and his honor over this speed run. Like I said, going as far as to hire literal mathematicians to try and defend him with the odds and the facts and whatnot. And this was all, I think, about 7 months ago at this point that this all went down, but it, of course, actually was rekindled when Dream came out with this paste bin, basically saying that, yeah, he did, it seems, have something installed that was not allowed that would invalidate his speedrun and would basically make it look like, he was bullshitting this whole time. It seemed like he was kind of taking responsibility or whatever for the entire situation. He was kind of, realizing the wrong or whatever and wanted to come out and tell everybody. Now, unfortunately, this paste bin has been removed. According to Dream, it was taken down by moderators or staff on paste bin, or it was actually just spam reported into oblivion. The answer isn't complete, but the original post has been deleted, and as far as I know, I can't find any re-uploads of it. I've looked. But it created quite the conundrum, and even now, in the last few hours, Dream has still been kind of tweeting about the situation. So to provide some context from his side here, people who have no idea anything about my content or me as a person or my history do too much talking. I am a YouTuber, not a, quote, professional speedrunner. I speedrun against Muffin Boy, Halo, and company for fun, for entertainment, and have for over a year. The speedrun that was removed for being invalid from 7 months ago was on my Twitch with donations off. I'm not even partnered on Twitch, and was never uploaded anywhere on any of my channels. I didn't make a dime or gain a single view or subscriber off of it. Yet it's my, quote, crowning achievement, of which was never mentioned anywhere on any of my platforms except for a single tweet on my second Twitter account. It was also the lowest placing run that I'd ever submitted. It had very little to do with my content, if anything at all. That doesn't change anything from the speedrun perspective. The speedrun community is a very strict one, and that's a super good thing. Just pointing out that it had absolutely nothing to do with my actual content or YouTube, and was a just for fun thing. Criticism is deserved if anyone makes mistakes, even if they are unintentional. No one is immune to criticism. I could have said nothing at all and continued on, but I chose to say something because I felt that it was the right thing to do. I'm glad that I did. I've always played for fun for 11 years, and that's why all my videos are me and my friends goofing off playing Minecraft together. I'll keep making the best content that I can, and I'll keep growing as a person as I've always tried to do. If you want reasons to hate someone or to think someone is dishonest, you will find them with anybody. I'll keep on spreading positivity. Love you guys. Okay, so this has kind of divided a lot of people. Obviously, Dream stands are vastly, it seems, taking his side, basically saying he did nothing wrong, you know, we're always going to be here for you, Dream, defending him. Then you have people on the other side basically saying like, oh, this guy's a fucking liar, he's a fraud, he's not telling the truth. And the thing is yes, technically Dream did lie. He didn't tell the truth. And my personal perspective on this, the way that I see it is like if I were in his shoes, right, and there was even a question, especially one as big as it was, about the validity of my speedrun, I would be doing everything that I could to verify that I was actually right in the first place. Like, I wouldn't be jumping out to defend myself without knowing whether or not that I had, you know, a plugin or a mod in my client or a server side, anything really that could have actually invalidated my run. I would have been doing everything I could before going as far as Dream did, because from what I'm seeing here, Dream, instead of like looking to see if he actually was in the wrong, like hunkered down as hard as he could to the point of hiring literal fucking mathematicians to come in and defend him, paying these people, going out of his way to defend his name over something that he also is now claiming like wasn't even a big deal to him. I mean, like, it seemed like it was big enough of a deal to like hire a fucking Ivy League mathematician to defend your name, right? Like, it seems like it was somewhat of a big deal. I mean, I feel like Dream's playing down how important this really was to him. You know, he's talking about, oh, you know, I didn't make any money off of it or whatever. I didn't gain subscribers off of it, which, yeah, that might be true. But like, you still went out of your way to defend this, and then now you're like downplaying the significance of it. I really don't think that that's right. I mean, I feel like some people are overblowing how serious this is too. Like, there's people talking about like, oh, Dream's career should be entirely over and whatnot. Now, the truth of the matter is a lot of people got a lot of shit for this. I mean, Dream stands, I should say, have unfortunately been known for taking shit way too far. They will attack and gang up on people who are critical of Dream. They will spam comments. They will send death threats to people. Like, it, of course, it's not, I would say, maybe even the majority of Dream stands that act this way, but there's a very vocal minority of them that do behave this way that are just fucking insane. And these people have been used to represent all of Dream's fans, which I also don't think is fair. I don't think that's a fair point to make at all, but some of these people were harassing those who were basically saying that Dream was invalid, that his speedrun was invalid. From what I understand, the moderators in the community or whatever were actually very significantly harassed by a certain amount of Dream fans because of his vehement defense on the situation. And of course, it's not right to have these people be fucking harassed and attacked because you messed up. And I don't think that Dream's even making that stance, but this really did go a lot further than just Dream. Like, people were genuinely affected by this, people were attacked, and that's not okay. Now, this is going to be weird, but Swan has somehow been brought back up into all of this, aka the commentary YouTuber who his 12-year-old autistic family friend or whatever was the one saying and trolling all this shit to Dream. Then he came out like 3 weeks later to just basically openly admit that it was actually his fault. You can watch my videos about the Swan situation if you really want to be caught up. I don't want to spend 4 minutes explaining it, so many of you familiar with this situation are already familiar, but Swan came out and started, it seems to me, like kind of using this as an opportunity to clear his name and to try and like prop himself back up, and hope everyone that called me a psychopath/sociopath for lying about my situation for 3 weeks keeps the same energy and calls Dream the same thing for lying for literally 7 months on end. Not excusing what I did at all, by the way, but let's not have double standards here. For everyone saying it's not even comparable and I'm way worse, do you honestly think that making a 20-minute video, 3 separate documents with over 50 pages total, hiring a literal Harvard professor to verify statistics that were wrong, continually calling the mods clout chasers and inciting extreme harassment towards them for telling the truth, and then not admitting to cheating 4 months after you found out and letting the harassment continue is in any way better than what I did, LOL? Please get a grip. He then went on to actually upload a YouTube video titled, I Empathize with Dream, a 20-minute video. Now, the way that I see it, I don't really understand why this even has to be said here, but I mean, both of them are in the wrong for lying. Both of them had a very fucked up fallout from their situation where pretty much innocent people, if we're being honest, were seriously harassed. I mean, even in Swan's situation, there were other people who got actual fucking death threats over that situation, had their lives threatened. He put so many people on the fucking, just like the clown of the day poster, basically, for defending him, myself included. I just think that they're both in the wrong for lying. Like, I don't see why that would even be seen as like a controversial opinion. Like, yeah, Swan was wrong for what he did. It was very fucked up. People have the right to not forgive him. But Dream also fucked up. The things that happened surrounding that were fucked up, and people have the right to not forgive him. Like, I'm not here to compare which one's worse. They were both bad at the end of the day, so what's the fucking debate? You both lied, you both messed up, you both overly covered up a situation that wouldn't have been that big of a deal if you just came clean in the first place, and dragged this whole situation out for as long as you possibly could before something happened. You both messed up. And the way that I see it is if it's okay for John Swan to come back, and it's okay for him to upload again, and people are going to give him a second chance, then shouldn't the same be awarded to Dream? Now, I'm not some vehement Dream defender or anything here, but I think that, once again, if we're not going to have double standards here, according to John Swan, why are we even comparing the situations? You both were at fault, you both need to admit to what you did, you both should just own up to it. And whether or not people forgive you and allow you back is realistically their choice. Like, it shouldn't be any deeper than that, but I just wanted to update you guys on what's going on here. Thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel, follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @SubToOptimus. Make sure to check out Shop Opti down below, and until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, well, letting you guys know what's going on, and signing out.